Hi everybody. Hi everybody. I wanted to teach you real quick about some lymphatic massage you can do to help with allergy symptoms now that everything is in bloom or has been for a little while. So people's allergies are really bad right now. And I just wanted to go ahead and show you how to do some self-lymphatic work. So the lymphatic system is directly under the skin and it flows with contraction. It doesn't have a pump like the circulatory system does with the heart, so it can get really stagnant and stuck. And when we have allergies, it will, it gets all stuck in the sinuses, and even back in the back of the head, there's sinuses and everything like that. So when we do lymphatic drainage, it helps to increase the flow of the lymph fluid and therefore bathes the inner tissues and the inner sinuses so that way it can help to release the mucus product, like the buildup of the mucus and everything. And it's really great for inflammation and immunity. It's good for the immune system because, like I said, it bathes the inner cells and the tissues because it increases the flow. The lymphatic system cleanses the blood. And so by cleansing the blood, it can get full of all kinds of stuff that might be going through the system. And then when people have like sinusitis or chronic sinus infections, it just keeps building up and building up. So lymphatic massage is really great for just keeping those things loose, keeping the sinuses loosened up. Now, there are a couple contraindications. If you feel like you're sick, don't do it. If you are sick, absolutely don't do it. If you have been running a fever, anything like that, don't do it. Um, if you did have a bad infection where you got put on antibiotics and you've been on antibiotics for 24 to 48 hours, it's fine to go ahead and do that. If you feel like maybe you have a little tickle of something coming and it's just the very first signs of symptoms that maybe you feel, okay, well, I was around somebody that was kind of sick, I had a cold, I'm not really sure if I'm feeling it. So if it's just their very first signs, it's probably safe to do it. It might even help knock it out. But if it's been going on for a day, then just wait until the sickness passes because it can increase the symptoms and give you fever. It can get into the system faster. The body tries to localize what's going on if you're getting sick or getting an infection. And if you break that localization up and it starts to flow through the body faster, it can make you sick. A lot more sick quicker. On that note, sometimes when that happens, you might get over it faster, but just don't take that chance. I've done it to myself. I actually did it to one of my kids when he was sick a little bit too long before I did it, and he had a fever the next day. I gave myself a fever. Well, I don't think I had a fever, but I waited too long after my symptoms set in. So this is what you're going to do. So you start by really light pressure. So if you have like a pen even or a quarter is even better, and you like place it on your skin and you feel that weight, and that is literally how heavy you want your hand to be because the flow is just under the skin. So we're going to start by opening up our pathways in the collarbone area, in the clavicle. So you're going to start opposite hand to the collarbone, and you're just going to place it there and just nice slow little circles just to move the skin. So you're only moving the skin, you're not getting in and like rubbing around like this. You're literally just feeling the tension of the skin. And you can do small little circles, and you can count to 3 to make one circle go around. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's probably go to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then you're going to go to the other side, right over the collarbone. And if you want to go kind of under your shirt, that's fine too if you feel like you need to feel a little bit better. So you're just going to go nice and slow, nice and light, really light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I would say you could do that for a good 30 seconds to a minute. If you feel like you have really bad sinuses, if you work your circles for a minute in each place, you're going to have better benefit. And it doesn't hurt to even get into the axillary area because sometimes this can get pretty swollen. You have a lot of lymph nodes in the axillary area, the armpit, and you may even notice a difference by feeling for one versus the other. So one might feel a little more puffy and one might not. And if you feel there's a difference, then most likely that's a lymphatic buildup. And there you can just kind of prop your arm up a little on your leg and just do some gentle pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here you could just go kind of an up and down motion. Or if you want to do your circles, you can absolutely do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do your whole palm. I like to do the fingertips because they're more sensitive and you can tend to feel what's going on more. So as you're doing that, you might even feel kind of a flush. So either a flush under your hands or a flush within the area that you're working on. It could be a warming sensation or a cooling sensation even. And the puffiness might kind of go down if you're having the puffiness. And then, so you'll know that it's working. And even if you don't feel that, it's okay. Your intention is that you're reducing the inflammation and increasing the lymphatic system. So then you cross your hand over your neck, right over this big muscle that you get kind of turning. And you have a little knob under your ear. So you just kind of go from there down to your neck and really light pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there again, you can do your circles for 30 seconds to a minute. Nice, really light circles. Don't get into the muscle tissue. You're only moving the skin. Okay? Then you're going to do the opposite side. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just keep doing your circles nice and light. Okay? You can work through here a little bit. And then right under the ears, there's like a little pinwheel almost of nodes, of lymph nodes. It's a little gland, and you're going to want to make sure you get under this knob of the ear. So you're going to do nice and light circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you're going to do that for up to a minute. Just do nice and light circles under the ears. And here you actually might feel a little bit of a flush as well, because that tends to get pretty full of lymphatic fluid. And then you can kind of glide really gently, almost petting under the chin and down the neck. And this can actually help with, lack for a better term, double chin. You know, if you get some swelling under here or whatever, by kind of petting that lymphatic fluid down can help to reduce the appearance of loose skin. Okay. Then you're going to get more into the face. So nice and light pressure over the cheeks, and you're going to do your circles. And again, you just want to do really light circles. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason that we started at the collarbones is because we need to open up the pathways for the lymphatic system. You can't just start on the sinuses because then it might get stuck in the area that it's supposed to flow to. So your system flows from the face and the head down to the neck, through the chest, to the armpits, and it comes to what's called the right thoracic duct, and that flows down into the abdomen, kind of recirculates, and then all the fluid from the legs circle up to the inguinal nodes, and to where the underwear line is, and it circles into the abdomen there, and back into the right thoracic duct. So you want to make sure that you're opening up the proper pathways before you get to the sinuses. Okay, so once we get the face done, so the collarbone, the neck, the face, then we can get more to the nose. Okay, so you're going to feel kind of the cheek where the cheekbones come into the nose, and you're going to put a little added pressure, about a pound of pressure, and you're just going to push up, 1, 2, 3, down, 4, 5, 6, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and you're going to do that for a little while, and you can even work your way out, because as you probably feel when you have a lot of sinus and allergy pressure, it feels like your whole face is just puffy and swollen. So you can do that all the way out. I'd say probably about here is good, you know, like the middle of the cheekbones. So you can even use both 2 fingers. Start at the nose and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that for your minute. And you're going to go up a little higher on the nose. You feel there's almost an indent, like eye socket to the bridge of the nose, and there's kind of an indent there. And you're going to add about a pound of pressure, and you're going to do your up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'll do that for 30 seconds to a minute. And then you're going to work to that little headache spot that we tend to get. You know, if you get headaches or sinus pressure headaches, there's a lot of painful pressure that builds up right here in the eyebrow area. So you'll do it there. So you'll do your 1, 2, 3 up. The nose, you're going to add a little bit of more pressure. You're going to add about a pound of pressure. Okay, it's not that really light skin pressure. Because here you want to access more of the sinuses versus just under the skin. And the sinuses are within the bone. Okay. And then when you get to your forehead, there you want to add your light pressure again. So with the forehead, you just do light circles again, really light. And you do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. So now once you're done with that, you can get more into the head, because if you have a lot of sinus pressure, you're going to want to relieve it from the head as well. So okay, so you're going to get more into the head, and you just kind of get into your hair, and you just move it around enough to feel the scalp moving a little bit. You can do little circles. Okay. And you can work your way all the way to the back. And you can kind of cup your thumbs under your scalp and under your occiput and do circles there. And doing the circles in the back of the head can be just as important as around the nose, because your sinuses reach through the skull. So it's important to be able to get everything. And as you know, if you've had a sinus infection, it tends to really build up a lot of pressure in the back of the head, or just normal allergies. It can really cause a lot of head pain, and just that's a lot of the congestion can come from those sinuses that are in the back. And you might even feel, as you're doing this, drainage into the throat, you're swallowing more, and you're starting to feel like your nose is starting to clear up a little bit. You should start feeling some drainage. Okay. Now that we've done all the way to the back of the neck, you're going to want to come all the way back around again. So we're doing the head, and we're going to do circles around the head, and then circles on the forehead. Really light pressure. Okay. And then we go back to our headache spot in the eyebrows, and you add about a pound of pressure, and you're counting 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. Okay, and then eye socket and nose, you're going to feel that indent. Pressure, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. Okay, now right onto the side where the cheekbones kind of connect into the nose there. You still feel that indent. 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. And you're going to do that. Okay, back to the cheeks, little circles. Yeah, I'm starting to feel my sinuses loosen up already. Then you kind of loosen up around the cheekbones and the sinuses, back under the ears, and do your circles, across the neck, and then come up and down, or do circles, other side. And coming back is for the 30 seconds to the minute is just as important as doing the 30 seconds to the minute going up. Okay, so you want to make sure you're taking the time to do it. And then the collarbones, okay, 30 seconds to a minute. And you're going to do both sides. And then, of course, you want to feel the axillary. If it feels like it got puffy, that means you're getting a lot of drainage, and you want to drain that again. All right, so that's pretty much what you do for the sinus relief. And then I also like to add, if you use doTERRA oils, they have a Breathe. And the Breathe oil blend is really great for sinus congestion. So you just use a little drop in your hand. You can do this before and after, or whenever you feel like you need a little bit more support for breathing. And just breathe it in nice and deep. And it literally makes you have to take a deep breath. So whether you have sinus problems, allergies, a cold, asthma, it can really just help open up the airways. And you just breathe it in for a little bit and then rub it on your chest, rub it on your neck. You can rub it on your feet at night and diffuse it at night, which can help you breathe better. Okay, so for the fine lines, if you have, let's say you have like a little, like I have the 11s here. So then you're gonna wanna like put your finger right in on that fine line, and you're gonna gently do the very gentle pressure, and you're gonna do your little circles, tiny little circles. And you could literally do these little circles for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, really as long as you wanted to. And you just keep working through the entire line. And you can go to the other side and do another line. And you just do as many circles for really as long as you kind of want. But when you can work on those little fine lines, after you've opened up the face, as how we just described it, so you just kind of connect into those fine lines and you work little tiny circles, nice and light. And what this does is it helps when it helps increase the fluid for the lymphatic system, it also helps to rehydrate these little areas of fine lines. So you can just keep working on those. The thicker the line, the more difficult it might be to really get a benefit for the appearance. But it really does make a difference. And if you use any kind of essential oils, frankincense is really good for fine lines. Helichrysum is really good, and you can always add a little bit to your fingers and just do your little circles after you've opened up the lymph pathways through your neck and face. Okay, so I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm sorry it went a little bit longer, but sometimes when you're first starting to do lymph for sinus pressure, it's really important that you take the time to do it and to get the full benefits. So let me know if you need anything. All right, have a great day.